I'd like to introduce the story map for the Farming for Cleaner Water project. The Farming for Cleaner Water project takes place in the Upper Scioto River watershed, which is located in central Ohio, just north of the city of Columbus. The city of Columbus has over 1 million residents, and this particular watershed provides drinking water for the residents of the city of Columbus. The goal of this project is to minimize the amount of nutrients that are coming off farmland, and in doing so, we like to site-specifically target conservation practices which will reduce that nitrogen loading. The watershed itself is important to look at in terms of the characteristics of the watershed. We begin with looking at how the cropping data is patterned throughout the watershed, as well as the various soil types and the various elevations and contours within the watershed. When we look at existing monitoring, we can see that we have monitoring sites for the USGS gauging stations, and we also have monitoring sites through the work being done by the city of Columbus. They monitor over 28 different sites throughout the watershed on a weekly basis. We take that monitoring data and we are able to analyze the data in very unique ways. The story map allows us to take the results from monitoring on a monthly basis over time, and we can see that during January and during June, we are seeing larger concentrations and loading of nitrate nitrogen. When we look at the actual modeling, we run computer models to see where the higher levels of nitrogen are originating. And we can see here that the predictive model is showing that the darker colored areas are, in theory, providing higher nitrogen loading. So that's where we would want to target our practices. Another type of modeling that we do looks specifically at where conservation practices are best suited. The yellow boxes here show where we should locate biofilters and bioreactors. This is a very effective practice for reducing nitrogen loading. And that concludes our project. We hope this story map provides a better understanding of the Upper Scioto River watershed and how nutrients move across the landscape.